I just want to set the context before the like vibe coding session and all. Maybe this is in continuation with what we were having just before. So when we see about technical technology products, there is there is this vibe coding or the new GenAI revolution is actually helping in building better products. So there is a new role that they are envisioning, which is called product builders, which is vibe coding plus business sense plus value we drive to the user plus technology feasibility in solving complex problems. So to see this in clear sense, solving one problem is like a maze. A algorithm might help us in solving one maze, how a snake can come out of a complex maze that we have been solving as children from childhood. Now, with better algorithms, with Gen AI and quantum computing coming in, we can expect people solving million mazes through just conversation. So to make that possible, one is the technology feasibility, the other is the value driven to the customer, user, the other is business viability or all those. So where do we see immediate money? So here it is not just about talking technology, talking about front end, back end, where to deploy, how to see scalability. It is also about finding the right use case, prioritizing which feature to release, and knowing which market to start with. So business sense is as important as coding, and that's how we can become better product builders. So maybe in short, I mean, a manager to a leader versus a coder to an architect. This is a axis that we can maybe refer to. So some people might get into the product strategy part, knowing the customer better, market better. B2B or B2C is about market. G2C or something, government to citizen. It is again, it's also a strategy. But end of the day, this is an architect plus leadership role. So each of us has a role to play in this. Yeah. Now coming back to vibe coding. So yeah, it's the new era of app development, AI assisted. So one is AI, the other is before AI, whatever cloud we had or data. I mean, if we see AI is possible because of data. In 1980s, people were still using spreadsheets to solve that problem. Oracle came, or to solve the Oracle's cost problem. All the Hadoop and all these people came. Wherever the business viability part failed for open source players like Hadoop, Apache for team, that's where MapReduce and all Google has consumed in using this search engine, like big search engine becoming big. And that's how still GCP being a big player in big data and AI. Similarly, people, yeah, Microsoft was in losses when Steve Ballmer took it from Bill Gates. But Satya Nadella, being the product manager for Azure, brought Azure into the mainstream, and Microsoft is getting into gaming, which is again related to AI. Now, same with AWS. AWS is again a big runner of Amazon. So this way, whatever cloud has done, it is making it easy for people to adopt either through the main players or on-prem solutions that different agencies are currently looking for. Now, vibe coding is a mindset, and how do you utilize it is through your existing data, which is already which can be turned AI ready, and it can be a code whisperer or something which can suggest you the next steps easily. One is the coding part, the other is the architecture part, everything put together. Now, the rise of Vibe unlocks the potential for non-coders to make business sense immediately, uh, creating these tools, and then accelerates development, boosts creativity, fueled by powerful AI. So, it was once data or like SaaS has made software democratized. Now AI is making intelligence democratized. So yeah, this is the journey we are. Vibe coding for non-programmers. Focus on what, not how, as exactly what we were referring to earlier. Uh, get the business sense, the value that we want to drive to the user as an individual or as an organization, and then do good at prompt engineering. Now, there is another word called context engineering. Context engineering is prompt engineering plus how do you manage your memory, cognition, the chain of thought. There is something called a one-shot prompt, and there are multiple sequence of prompting chain of thought. So you first ask ChatGPT, write me a prompt to solve this problem. Secondly, if you want to define a problem, can these are some raw thoughts I have in mind. Can you define it as a problem statement that can be used by an LLM to draft a prompt? So these are different steps that we need to follow, like any child while learning walking or running or cycling. So now prompt engineering plus memory, cognition, and everything is context engineering. One side is getting the readiness. Second side is using prompt and also bridging it with action layer, all those stuff. So everything put together is vibe coding in the future, and that's how you build products. Now, essential tools for a basic normal app building. It can be a good GitHub Copilot, VS Code Copilot. There are many free source. Cursor is one I'll anyway show. Replit is one. Lovable. Now with GPT-5, every other player now integrated GPT-5 also. So I mean, for building a website, maybe we'll discuss and agree on one use case. We can in fact build a Apple grade website for a farmer maybe who is selling his produce. So I mean, Apple takes 6 months and like my greatest minds to build its UI. Now the same can be democratized. Now Lovable, a vibe coding platform, it ensures full stack generation, GitHub integration, and collaborative tools for action orientation. Now, when we say full stack generation, the front end side, anyway, React and all these are used, and you can also define the language, and like you will anyways get a good reference for front end. Back end typically Lovable uses Supabase, but using cursor or like our VS Code pilot and all, you can also use the regular backend to technologies as well. But in this session, let's see. I mean, when we, as I started this discussion with, let's worry about what we want to build and how we build will anyways be there. ChatGPT will tell us, and we'll have an expert who can help us. So yeah, navigating the Lovable interface. So I'll anyway show you that is a simple prompting canvas, a live preview, a code editor, and integrations, deployments, and all. Now, the same interface is followed by everyone. When Lovable launched, Lovable was a wrapper around Claude, Anthropic's Claude, and it was successful. There was one more company, Base 44 or something, which got acquired by Wix websites. A very small member team, 5-10 member team, which made some multiple $1 million acquisition within 2 years. Now, I mean, less than a year, I guess. Now, that was also simple. I mean, when Lovable or Base 44, all these people have created that customer usability part or product adoption part, which these research driven companies haven't done. So now these guys have mainstream like this business. This is typical business sense that we need to improve as engineers. So as these guys have driven this adoption, now OpenAI when it launched GPT-5, ChatGPT itself, you are having this viewer now. So yeah, that's how usability is driven. Applications example. So here we have simple websites, full stack apps. This is the generic engineering approach that we had when we had to take our offerings or playbook, that you have mobile web, normal laptop web or a computer web, and then an application. you call responsive websites because it has to adjust between a laptop web and mobile web. So these were the typical evolution of technology. Now maybe this technology is beyond all these things. When agents come, one might not use mobile apps. So until iPhone came, no one thought phones will really mean like this. So pager went away without coming to India also. So we don't know how the future will be, how the user interactions will be. It is all about driving that adoption. Yeah, and I mean, different agencies are in different organizations are having different leverage to drive adoption and prove the world what the next steps are going to be. Uh, Before I complete this, I also wanted, yeah, I mean, the point is clear. Agents can actually drive a lot of things here. Now, from idea to app in minutes, define your idea and plan. So, in this definition itself, so be it design thinking or any standard frameworks uh, that are treated as gospels in the Ivy schools and then brought down to like remote parts. Now you can follow this, but now this whatever intelligence people got acquired through standard schooling is available for ChatGPT. People might have done for 4 years BTech to actually build an app. Now, like things are doing in seconds. Now it is about diligence, trying to understand where it is failing, what can improve better, what will a customer like, what makes business sense. There are enough stories where people have sold things on their bicycles, like ISO started on a bicycle maybe. Now it is attracting talent, professionals. So it's all about that last mile coverage. So at least covering this simple 5 steps. Now, when you want to define a problem better, you can use ChatGPT again to define, to actually put all your core thoughts in one place. I have lots of unstructured thoughts. When I put all those unstructured thoughts in ChatGPT, it will at least give me a direction. Now I can discuss, debate. Uh, these LLMs will be a better brainstorming partner for us, where we can ideate on multiple plans and prioritize what needs to be done immediately. Similarly, now once you define the problem better, start at very high level and then keep refining. Once you have this structure in place, then connect to the backend, maybe superbus, where you define a proper table, save it. On a simple level, you'll extract some addition, subtractions maybe. At the next level, you upload a resume or upload a document, let it read through the document. Then all these different use cases can be tested and then finalize and deployment as per the use case. Again, the use case comes from the business or the user, uh, from the user side, basically. Yeah, this is the last slide where the future development is conversational. This picture is very clear. Project Aurora is again from the US. Uh, I mean, one of the experiment that they have run. Now, US government experiment that's actually where, yeah, in which is keeping it aside, this future development is conversational. We don't know what are the future devices going to be. So it's important for us to get mainstreamed into this particular transformation that is happening right now. Before I get into a demo, maybe are there any points to discuss or any doubts, thoughts?
Good start, Ravi. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yes,
think theoretically, I know people would be aware, or maybe all this thing. I think with the demo, it should make more sense.
sure, sir. Now I have some couple of projects to showcase, but before that, I also wanted to understand the team's interests here. Like maybe we'll define 2, 3 use cases and quickly run through one use case end to end. Anyone from the team? Any problems that you always wanted to solve, maybe?
One question, Ravi.
Hmm.
This how far we can use these so-called tools? Are they really just for demo purpose, and can we take it all the way to development and then deployment kind of a thing? I mean, just trying to understand.
Maybe in 5 years from now, sir. Now, I mean, these tools at least are helping me in GTM because I'm on the product and business side. These tools are definitely helpful in GTM, go to market, and ideating. But to get it production grade, it takes time. That's where every I mean big tech company is working towards. But one is production grade deployment, the other is solving the uh, most obvious problems for developers maybe. So on an average, maybe 100% of improvement on develop like I mean this percentages Sudhakar sir and Srini sir can also, and the other developers in this room can actually suggest. But every developer is able to now focus on bigger problems than doing the typical line level or copy paste work that earlier they had to do.
Yeah, one thing I want to add is it may not be 5 years down the line, but it maybe 1.5 year. Things will change very drastically. Our production grade things may, because the speed at which things are moving in a space, I think, yeah, things can happen very soon. 1 year from now.
Yeah, I think sure. Yeah, I think I do see that same thing, Sudhakar. Yeah, you're right, actually. True. Yeah,
Because we had one
not far
discussion
away.
with we had one of the directors who is using this vibe coding to a great extent. What he was telling is there is a lot of things that still these product companies, Cloud or whoever, right? They're not bringing out because first they want to leverage and make sure that they're very profitable, and only when they want to bring it out. Because yeah, there's a kind of strategy the product companies are playing right now. Maybe production grade things are still is now possible, but it is not coming into the market because otherwise everybody will be competing with them. That kind of discussion came. Trini,
So
I think you want to add.
actually,
Yeah.
yeah. So a production grade is different for different people, right? So I mean, we may be thinking from the enterprise level, but a lot of companies, right? They will whatever the application that you develop, right? They are trying to use it for their day-to-day purposes. That means earlier they used to do manually. Now they are able to use these tools to get their work done in a much faster fashion. So Akhil, who was there in the other time, right, who demoed N10, he is developing a lot of applications for small micro enterprises. Even in fact, he was saying it is selling for $1,000, $2,000. So these could be jewelry companies or some car dealers, those guys, right? So they're just using this in their desktop. So for them, it's a production version. Okay, so
Yeah, I
True, sir.
see.
enterprise
Yeah,
enterprise level may not be, but for these guys, these small micro enterprises, that's a production for them.
true.
True, sir.
These are point solutions. Yeah.
True, sir. I mean, completely agree. One thing which I was working as a consultant for ONDC, Open Network for Digital Commerce. We were taking this e-commerce applications for remote parts of India. Now,
Okay.
like I mean, Amazon can never get into a remote village and make some profitable there, like putting some IAM guy there, like paying him salaries, managing operations and all. But local people will identify their own problems. For example, old people can't go and order on any e-commerce platform. They are comfortable doing it on WhatsApp or any channel. They are comfortable doing
Yeah.
on phone, ordering on phone. Now this phone-based or WhatsApp-based communication turning into a e-commerce order and also tracking the data. End of the day, Amazon guys don't want everyone to put on app only kind of like I mean they are not restricting users to use app alone. They can open up for the other channels as well. But what was stopping them is the data. They might lose data. Now
Okay.
with agents and all, they have data handy. So they can
Okay.
get into the next level problems. Now again, as you said, Claude or OpenAI, to put it in
Hmm.
layman terms, business layman terms, which I learned in e-commerce actually. Maybe Amazon is today looking for a 7 rupee interest rate business or a 8 rupee interest rate business. So that's where they are just focusing on those warehouses and distributing across, like in entire Andhra, maybe 1 or 2 warehouses of Amazon. Similarly, 2 or 3 warehouses of Flipkart. That's it.
Yeah.
Main warehouses where all people give all manufacturers give them money to put their producer washing machines or anything for storage. They buy those spaces so that it can be immediately in 1-2 days can be delivered. Now Amazon is not Amazon will go and target killing those businesses which are profitable at that interest rate. So they are getting into shirts or batteries where they are manufacturing. Maybe in future when they want to get into the next leg, that's where they start occupying the uh, DMart and other scope of businesses maybe, and then they might focus on agents that can give on next level care and all. While the opportunity we have on the bottom up is different completely. There is a college in Bembaram where they are doing this elderly care initiative and all, which maybe Ratan Tata has launched, but here many NRI parents are living here, people are in US, they are happy to spend time with the college kids, give them some money. These guys are doing everything there for help
Okay.
for parents. These are some local initiatives which need to be run locally, and maybe how the agents will sit into that ecosystem is again a problem, maze love kind of problem that need to be solved. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Those kind of innovations are going to come. So even one of my friend I know, I mean, who is running a charitable institution. So now
Mm,
he never coded in the last 25 years, but now he's able to develop using Replit apps, and
mm,
he's
mm,
able to run efficiently whatever the organization is running, right? Compared to earlier.
mm, mm.
He didn't require any developer or anybody. He did himself just by giving the commands and prompts. That's all.
True, sir.
So
True, sir. Now, let's take one use case and actually maybe build a prompt and then convert into an application. And yeah, that is one. And second, let's try to clone maybe a Apple website or some website that where we might look up to and try to adapt it to our use case. We can try those now. Let me start using maybe this uh, farmer sales app only that I was earlier discussing in the previous call.
Yeah, we can start with this. If
Hmm,
nobody
hmm.
has any new, anybody has any new thoughts, new apps they wanted to build and can build right away. Purushottam Garu or Venkat, anyone else. Some basic requirement if you have, we can build you like.
Yeah, it's a 30-second thing, sir. I'll quickly draft anyway. If there is nothing, then I'll go with this itself.
yeah, you can go with that.
Hmm,
So while the people will think at least the
hmm,
next application, I think you can get.
hmm. So OCN is something interestingly Open Credit Enablement Network. Now Flipkart is providing loans. Cars24, multiple people are providing loans where the CIBIL score, which was earlier available only with banks, maybe now it can be with multiple apps. So uh, ONDC is typically what uh, this AT&T and T-Mobile fought in US maybe 20 years back, that AT&T people can only call AT&T T-Mobile, people were only supposed to call T-Mobile. Then US government passed a regulation. Now AT&T guys can call T-Mobile also. You can increase rates. When it actually came to India, mobile, Airtel was able to call BSNL, maybe some extra few SMSs, extra free calls, but the interoperability was there. Similarly, in childhood, we have seen people getting this TV connections through setting up some antenna. So Doordarshan and everything was free, and they had to pay for channels. Now with OTT and all, things got democratized. Similarly, ONDC is something saying, okay, even if you know how to build an app, you are the seller app. You can sell on any. I mean, you are the buyer app. You can sell on any seller apps like Amazon or Paytm, PhonePe. It is just a protocol-based communication between your application and the seller app like Paytm, PhonePe, whatever, and any delivery app like Swiggy, Zomato. I mean, those here now if you see Flipkart, it had its own delivery app. It had its own seller app, buyer app. So they were also making revenue. They are making losses firstly, getting foreign money, and again making money on advertisements. So this is all financial risks that government has, where taxes are also not played here. So that's where ONDC at least got mainstream in India, not in US, saying anyone can sell anywhere. Similarly, you have ULIP, Unified Logistics Interface, uh, where anyone can order. Maybe like, I mean, if I have to book an auto in some remote place from here for my parents, now through ULIP in future it might be possible. Now how this gets adopted is a bigger question, but we have seen that adoption through other India stack so far. So hopefully this is also done. So market enablement to logistics. Yeah. So I'm just giving a very simple prompt. Improve the context, build the best app for farmer farmers as user, consider having voice based communication also, and give them guided workflows to unleash best out of this application. Build a community feature which can help them engage locally. I'm
Also,
just
can you add
giving,
a, sorry,
sir,
yeah. So
I can add.
can you add a feature where a farmer can just show his product through mobile, right?
Mm,
And it can tell
mm,
you what grade that product is. I mean, good or average or better or something like that, poor or
Feature
something like that.
where
Where,
farmer can
yeah,
use
assess,
camera
yeah,
and
assess the
showcase
quality of the products. Yeah,
is produce to assess its quality and gets recommendations for a better market
pricing. Yeah, yeah. Better market access and price.
pricing, or better market pricing, or medical issue identification, or collaboration with similar farmers for uh, collective action and utilizing their numbers maybe.
What is medical issue identification?
So basically, like if they on a leaf, if there is certain color hole or color virus or fungi, now using a camera, they are able to understand, okay, this crop is having
Okay,
this
okay, okay.
issue and use this particular targeted medicine.
Okay, okay. Product issue identification. Okay, fine.
Be the best AI product manager to draft a detailed prompt which covers all nuances. If you want, I can also add an execution flow for Lovable. Meanwhile, we'll go and copy this. So here, one feature with Lovable is we can attach some images, show it a reference, and it is going to build some good application with that image reference also. You can say you want to put it public or personal, and then connecting with Supabase and all. And the GPT-5 just launched 1-2 days back, and they have already integrated. So and one thing is these these LLMs typically read from down. So whatever you give towards the bottom of the prompt, it gets counted first. Nothing wrong in repeating and being more clear. Yeah, it might take 2 minutes, but while this is being built, I'll also give you a quick go through of how we can use multiple other tools. So if you are building this on OpenAI itself, ChatGPT itself, let me showcase you the work that I have done previously. Sorry. Yeah. So this is a website, StackBliss, which is able, I mean, you need not worry about having VS Code or VS Code or Cursor. You can just directly from OpenAI, from ChatGPT, you are directly integrating at StackBliss. And through StackBliss, you are anyways hosting and looking into it. You can also integrate with Bolt. Bolt is like Lovable only. So Bolt, StackBliss is one combination. Lovable, Cursor AI is one combination which I'm anyway following now. Similarly, Vercel has its own whole like stack of things where you can do enough coding and you can host it, give public access, to have a backend of its own. So Vercel as a ecosystem is again doing it. So these are going to be the next Google, Microsoft, AWS kind of environments. Now, yeah, this is at a very high level. And while this is being built, I'll quickly showcase you how you typically integrate. So now, once this is built, you just integrate with the SOPA base and GitHub. If you don't have GitHub, go and integrate. I have also started using GitHub maybe very recently. Earlier, I never used it. In fact, I created this email ID, this whole email ID to start my GenAI journey. So yeah, and once you integrate with this GitHub and all, you can have a local GitHub where you can clone those projects, have local projects. Once you have local projects into your own uh, folders, from there you can quickly open projects over Cursor or Visual Studio Code. So one way is to directly go and execute end-to-end in Lovable itself. You can deploy in Lovable and give the URL to anyone. Okay. The caveat here is Lovable has some free prompts a day, and to the kind of prompt that we have given now, maybe all those 5 credits are consumed in one prompt itself, because we have given such a single shot prompt. Now, to if you can like, we can always pay and consume. That's I mean, $20 is the cap that almost everyone is using. But in Lovable, the business guys are so good. They told, okay, you can do 100 prompts. Even if you pay $20, you can do only 100 prompts a month. Even if someone is doing 5 prompts a day, he is able to do 150 prompts a month. Here, they are saying 100 prompts a month, you can even consume in a single day. This is the kind of leverage they have given. Now, on a higher note, there are $30, $40. Same play with Versal and all. All these are, we should understand, all these are loss-making companies, and they really want to get profitable driving all these initiatives. Perplexity had a deal with Apple, or supposed to have, so that way they have enough money. Now they are offering Perplexity across India through Airtel. So this is the new game that is in market, where yeah, we have to understand the business sense, and now we have to navigate through our own understanding. Now you build it here. You just want to improve code. Improve code in certain page, not all pages. How do we do it? Typically, if it was a developer, he'll GitHub is nothing like pages. Okay, again, this whole open GitHub was not profitable. Microsoft acquired it. Now all these games where at a single page you can go and simply edit. If you can't do it, VS Code is again belonging to Microsoft and also open source. So we can simply go and play with this. We can edit at a page level. Visual Studio has also this Copilot where we can go and chat and the code will be improved. Otherwise, in Cursor, it is more open. I'll anyways download this particular file only when it's ready. But because Cursor is more user friendly and Cursor uses Claude kind of paid models, Cursor also has its own what you call pricing and all the business plans, where you might be given few for free on a day. Maybe you will be having 10, 20, 30 queries, but done with your laptop. You have to pay, or otherwise use another laptop for another concern. So that's how people are navigating. But we have, for our level of understanding, we have VS Code also to quickly play. So at least for me, when I'm visualizing this, my goal is to be on this side. When I know that I want to be on this side, I just see the business sense, try to drive the GTM and get some buzz, and then hand it over to best people who can handle it. So yeah.
Ravi, there was one question asking about the amount of credits that would be used for this is in dollar terms.
So I mean, so basically number of tokens maybe these guys are offering some 1,000 tokens or suppose, sir, but each, I mean, I don't know the mathematics behind it, but a query like this, when I am actually giving a full length one shot query, all my five free credits are being consumed. Now 5 credits might be some 1,000 or 2,000 tokens. How are they counting one token with these embeddings? I too don't have an idea, but it is
I
muscle
think
memory.
$5 is what you would consume. in this process, right? $5 credit or
5 credits. 5 credits, as in
credit?
the
Okay.
free credits that Lovable is giving.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes, sir. As we speak, I guess this is done. So, as I said, no, sir, Lovable, even if I pay $20 a month, what I am going to get is, yeah, this is being fixed. Just a second. So, whenever there is an issue again, Lovable itself will fix it. We just need to click it. So this is the second credit that we are using maybe today. So credit in Lovable sense is a query basically. 5 queries a day that they'll offer for free. And on the business sense, if we pay $20, they'll offer 100 prompts a month, which we can consume in any day.
Right.
Yeah. So when we are connecting with project, this is currently running. Yeah. So this is a app that they have created. Market trend. Camera to upload that what sir was saying. All these features are built earlier, which was a tough thing. Local community. Yeah. So last time I have spent some similar time and tried to improve the prompt. Then there was a feature like this. I can give my farm details. I see someone. Yeah. Maybe some group is someone having something to discuss.
Hi, Ravi. Sorry to disturb. Still it is executing or this prompt?
No. This is run. This is run, sir. This prompt is
Okay.
run. We can now integrate with GitHub.
Okay. Yeah, I actually, with help of the same prompt, whatever you posted,
Mm,
right? In Visual Studio, that Visual Code also, we can build application with the same prompt, right? With help of that agent mode.
Yes, sir. We can build. Visual Studio also uses Claude only. Lovable also uses Claude. Bolt also uses Claude mostly. But I mean, each of these are built with a different thing, right? I mean, in Lovable, it is very easy. I am not a developer, so I started with Lovable. When I am comfortable, then I switch it to VS Code. In Lovable, there are certain other features where I can give in Visual Studio. I know I can give photos, but here if I give some 5 photos and say that these 5 pages should look like this, it is giving me. And in Visual Studio, I personally didn't see that level of clarity.
Right. Actually, if you see on your screen that agent mode is there, right? That
Mm, mm,
yeah, drop down.
mm,
Yeah, with
mm,
that help of that agent mode, actually, I tried to create a .NET solution. But thing
mm,
is, in my local machine, that Visual Studio SDK is mandatory. But whereas
mm.
whatever you are showing, right, in that maybe local software is not required. On the remote end, it is creating and it is building the complete application. Looks like.
True, sir. True. Let me Agri Voice Companion is the new, old thing. Agro Sahai is something that we have built. I'm trying to clone it. Once it is cloned into local GitHub, then I can open it through open in cursor or like so navigation has become so simple. Yeah, coming back to this old thing here also, I can show you the first prompt that I have given you. Core app structure, bottom navigation. Clearly, I told these are the things we have given these images as well to be consumed. And now this prompt is given by Claude. ChatGPT prompt is not so clear. Claude prompt was clear. These all are muscle memory that we need to build. What to use for what, where, and this is like any skill. So uh, farmer profile and farm engagement. These are need to be there. UI requirements. So once this is opened in, yeah. So I was also new to all these things. So when I figured out where these pages will like I actually went through such kind of journey, which many business or like user and side people might have. So operations teams. So yeah, I mean, once we figure this out, we can edit it here or chat through this agent, like sir was mentioning earlier. Uh, there are automatic recommendations that we need to install. Sometime Node.js or like sometime Python, Java, all these things we will install. Once we do this, we simply go to this particular folder where this is there. And from there, we will just using, now this is open, right? Let me open the same on Visual Studio. Open folder so that you know where the folder structure is and all. This should be here. Documents. For me, identifying where these things are there itself actually took a lot of time. You can actually go through this video also, which is hosted online, maybe when you want to refer. Now, simply here I am running npm run dev. If I maybe after this, we can give all the changes here. It will does the changes, and here also maybe that white vite file might be missing. Yeah, this is missing. I don't know anything. Earlier, I used to take this and in cursor, this search was not available. So I used to run around Claude, GPTs, trying. Now in Visual Studio, I'm just typing it like that. It is saying, okay, install white. So this is the true democratization in one way. For someone like me who is a mechanical engineer, that done every operational thing possible, then understanding business sense and now trying to build basic GTMs. This existing ecosystem, be it data or software stacks, it has made all these things possible. Now it is all about we driving that adoption and right use cases. Okay, now what I'll do, yeah, Control C is actually stopping it. That's what I have learned. Maybe this is on one environment, could be my office environment. Let me copy it back to my personal environment, where I again actually this gave me through ChatGPT only, I found out some normal npm run files where you can at a policy level you can skip few things. I was able to skip a few things and able to run even if my permissions were not showing up. These are all some security challenges that Silicon Valley is solving currently, but we can still go. And to have confidence, Nikesh Arora, who is currently the CEO of maybe Palo Alto Network, he was a sales guy. Like, I mean, now he's leading the security firm, which is facing all these high-end security issues. So end of the day, it is the fluency that we need to have, AI fluency or software fluency, or knowing how we can drive value and drive more business and ensure, I mean, staying confident that these can be dealt. Now, besides, like I also built some cyber security products maybe a year back, 2 years back. When I was building, when I understand, okay, the logs are monitored like this and incidents are tracked like this is where the gap is. Then then the computer science world will also become very easy for us to understand. Yeah.
One quick question on this. You are copying to a different folder just because you can't run in the other environment? Is it
Yes, sir.
what?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
There are some permission denied there, kind of. I don't want to this skip execution policies in that environment. So I'm trying to do that in my personal environment.
Yeah. But otherwise, people may not need this. They are running
Yeah.
everything in your local computer or personal computer.
Yes,
That's
sir. You are
fine.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once this is done through this Visual Studio Code only, I'll just open this folder and that skip execution files or something, one code is there, we will run and it will start working. The basic app that we have built. Meanwhile, maybe if I have to show, this is personal, documents, GitHub. I'm showing this voice companion that I have built. I'm going to SRC pages where this assistant page is there. I'm just running npm run dev here. So this Node.js packages, Java packages, everything I have installed as a hobby only over last few months. You can also see different models that we are currently using. Now with the latest models, this navigation is done internally, as I was early discussing during the early time of this call, like I mean the first minute of this call. But knowing which model to use, where reasoning is needed, all this is going to help us long term. If it is not happening here, in terminal we will use, as we rightly pointed earlier, this white file is not there. We are trying to install it. It is installing npm and Nadim, while this is running, maybe if you have any doubts.
Can we go back to the code that lovable area and see how the app is looking like, not locally on your laptop, but in the browser?
Yeah, we
Whatever
can.
we build there.
Yeah. So now with the previous code, na sir, in Lovable,
Previous one.
this in Lovable, this particular page was not working, but the market and the other pages were working earlier. What we have seen, we simply click on this, we can go to that particular page, and once we connect with Supabase and set the backend, this backend will also start working, and we can just open that project. And so if we want to Supabase is connected, now this project is visible. This is the preview mode. This is the preview mode. We can publish it and go to this published site once it is published.
Right.
we can in fact edit the name. And this site is like Lovable.dev slash agrosahai.
Yeah. It's like a unique name, has 3 bucket naming conventions, that they will follow.
Ante sir. Exactly, sir.
ఇది లింక్ షేర్ చేస్తారా మెసేజ్ బాక్స్ లో?
షూర్ సార్. ఏ లింక్ సార్? ఇది మనం బిల్డ్ చేసిందా?
ఇప్పుడు కాదు, మీ దగ్గర ఆల్రెడీ ఉన్నది చేసింది విచ్ ఇస్ వర్కింగ్ వెల్. వాట్ ఎవర్.
సార్ షూర్. షూర్ సార్. షూర్ సార్.
అంటే జస్ట్ ఎట్లా వచ్చి చూడడానికి.
యా, ఇది 1 షాట్ ప్రాంప్టే సార్. సో దీని కొంచెం బెటర్ కూడా చేశాను, బట్ యా.
సో ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ మీరు దాన్ని విజువల్ స్టూడియోకి తీసుకెళ్లారు. అది వాట్ వాస్ ది పర్పస్ అండి? అది విజువల్ స్టూడియోకి వై డిడ్ యు టేక్ ఇట్ దేర్?
We were trying to run it locally and improve page by page, sir. Lovable lo, because we have to pay more. Ikkada we need not pay that amount. Free gaane avutundi. And ikkada locally I am hosting it and seeing anamata. So indakenti మనం host చేసింది ఈ వెబ్సైట్ లో host చేసాం కదా.
Okay, got it. So you can host it in your machine.
Exactly. Here I am hosting it in my machine.
అండ్ కోడ్ లో కూడా మనం చేంజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. విఎస్ స్టూడియో కోడ్ అయితే we can
యా విజువల్ స్టూడియో కర్సర్ దేంట్లోనే మనం లోకల్ గా చేంజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు సార్. ఇక్కడ పేజ్కి వెళ్ళి ఆ పేజ్ లోనే మార్చుకోవచ్చు. We can refactor it, all those. So once we have this on our machine or we put it in GitHub, this is like any production grade only, just that thorough testing needs to be done. Our testing కోసం కూడా we might have to run better evals, evals రాసుకోవటం.
got it. అర్థమైందండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Yes, sir. So one more 2 terminologies that this GenAI has brought is shift left, shift right. When we call shift left, it is all about plan much better, have good evals, optimize the costs and all beforehand. Shift right ante identify new opportunities. So like a Kodak movement. Kodak ఏంటంటే అదే చూసుకుంటా వెళ్ళింది, వేర్ ఫొటోస్ అప్పటి నుంచి డిజిటల్ ఫొటోస్ అయిపోయినా కూడా వాళ్ళ దే వర్ బిహైండ్ దట్ లైక్ లూజింగ్ మార్కెట్ అనమాట. అలాగే నోకియా, మేబీ బ్లాక్బెర్రీ. So shift right is where you identify new opportunities and just evolve. Shift left is trying to optimize, save costs. Ilaga. So these are 2 ways in how we can actually use AI in our real life. So yeah, it is locally hosted, sir. In fact, నేను ఆ నెక్స్ట్ ఇట్లో గ్రాక్ ని కూడా ఇంటిగ్రేట్ చేసుకున్నా. ఓ పేరు ఇచ్చా, కస్టమ్ పేరు ఇచ్చా.
Oh, this is the one you created earlier. Okay.
Yes sir. Yes sir. Yes sir.
Okay.
ఇది నాట్ ఎట్ అప్డేటెడ్, బట్ ఆ తర్వాత I have done all these through Visual Studio and Cursor actually.
Yeah, where to upload that video and all? You given that prompt, right? In the quality
Yes,
of.
sir. Yes, sir. Adi ikkada. That is here. Let me show, sir. Let me show. Yeah, that is here. ఈ అగ్రి సహాయ అన్నది ఇప్పుడు మనం we built it while discussing in the class.
Okay.
So ఇక్కడ కెమెరా ఓపెన్ చేసి అప్లోడ్ ఫోటో అంటే మనకి యాక్చువల్లీ ఫోన్ మీద యూజ్ చేస్తే ఈ లింక్ మీరు ఓపెన్ చేయండి సార్, కెమెరా కూడా ఓపెన్ అవుద్ది. నేను ఇది దీంట్లో కూడా అబ్జర్వ్ చేశాను. దీంట్లో మై ఫార్మ్ ఏదో నేను GPS లొకేషన్ పెట్టాను. నెక్స్ట్ యాక్చువల్లీ సార్ నేను తర్వాత చేసిన టెస్ట్ లో నేను ఈ గ్రాక్ అన్నాను కదా, దీన్ని ఐ చేంజ్డ్ ఇట్ టు జెమినీ API అనమాట. ఐ పేడ్ సమ్ అమౌంట్ ఫర్ జెమినీ. ఆ జెమినీ API ద్వారా ఐ వాజ్ ఏబుల్ టు గెట్ రియల్ టైమ్ గూగుల్ ఫీడ్స్. ఐ వాజ్ అంటే అండ్ ఆ వచ్చిన ఫీడ్స్ ని సమ్మరైజ్ చేయగలిగాం. నెక్స్ట్
great.
ఇక్కడ ఆ జీపీఏ నేను జస్ట్ ఆ జెమినీ ఏపీఐ యూఆర్ఎల్ తీసుకుని దీనికి ఇచ్చేసాను ఆ కర్సర్కి. ఇట్ హ్యాస్ హార్డ్ కోడెడ్. తర్వాత ఎక్కడో యూజ్ అవ్వకపోతా ఉంటే ఇది అవ్వట్లేదు ఎందుకు అని అడిగితే యూ హ్యావ్ ఎర్లియర్ హార్డ్ కోడెడ్, నేను దీన్ని ఇప్పుడు దీన్ని కన్వర్ట్ చేసి ఐఎమ్ మేకింగ్ ఇంటూ బెటర్ గవర్నెన్స్ అనేదో అని ఇట్ రీయూజ్డ్ దోస్ ఫైల్స్ అనమాట. సో దిస్ గేవ్ మీ రియల్ డెవలపర్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ టు యాక్చువల్లీ డీబగ్.
Oh, great.
Yes, sir. Yes, team. So, మీకు ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే we'll explain. Otherwise, I'll always give you this link also, what we have done so far.
Is it really telling there is an issue with the crop? Did we try that?
No,
It's
sir.
not.
That requires actual algorithm kada. ఆ algorithm build చేయటం, there is no bypass in it. We need enough crop data, LLM create చేసి, maybe that is now much faster. Just that we can't skip that process.
Yeah, so for Sudhakar question, actually, I did small POC long back in NA10 related to aquaculture. What I did is I uploaded that farm water quality parameters locally tested lab report, and uploaded one small shrimp video, meaning 1 minute video. Based on that, I got that it's given detailed explanation based on the report, water quality report, and also after that, based on that video, it given a shrimp health, meaning that baby shrimp, all parts are growing accordingly, either in a low or high. That kind of details it given. But I thought to improve more, but I stopped that one. But I need to restart that POC.
Awesome, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, all these are very important right now.
Yeah.
YouTube
From my
వచ్చిన
point of view, I asked all the questions, and I got very good feedback. But thing is, only we need to identify the right LLM related to that video analysis. I used that GPT-5. Sorry, 4.
Yes, sir. So two things, sir. When YouTube launched initially, maybe 15 years back, those people who could create enough content back then, enough data, were using that previous leverage. Now it is about using all these LLMs, driving some impact, having some customer base. Then anyhow adoption will happen, you will improve. Maybe NA10 could be tough. Now Opal has come from Google again, this Gemini family. Opal is not launched in India. Somehow Google is not launching its products directly in India, while OpenAI is doing. That's again a different business strategy. Now Opal is making creating this NA10 kind of agents through chat.